Oh, hello there. Welcome back to the Tim Weichselbaum Show. This is episode 31. Yep, we're doing this. It's a podcast. We got to get it over with. This is something I actually look forward to doing now. It's not just something I do to get over, like exercise. I actually look forward to it. It's always awkward in the first 30 seconds when I feel like I don't have anything, when I'm just like stumbling over my own fucking words because I'm not very good at like talking. And it doesn't help that I've only been talking to people that don't really enjoy talking to me. So they just go, hey man, yeah, what you said was worthless. I don't know. Actually, that's not true. I talked to some cool people today. They did value what I had to say, actually. And I guess I am starting to get to treat me like with respect, not like in a, not like in an egotistical boosting, not in a way that's unhealthy, in a way that is deserved, because I think you should respect your fellow man, if not just anyone. I mean, like, people that are, like, I actually kind of am trying to be friends with, they should be respectful on some level to me, because I'm pretty respectful as a person. I don't like everybody. Like, if somebody brushes past me, if I'm sitting in a crowded room and somebody walks past me and, like, bumps into me and they don't say anything, that's annoying. That pisses me off, because we can't, like, excuse me, I'm sitting here, you just bumped into me. You can't, like, do that unless you're like a alpha male. Then you could do it. Then you could do it. You could get away with that. People are like, oh sorry, I'm smaller than you. But if you're a small Napoleon motherfucker and you're sitting there and somebody bumps into you, you can't be like, hey fuckhead, you just bumped into me. What are you, a caveman? You have no balance? You have no sense of your fucking proportions as a person? You can't... Fucking idiot. I get it if you're fucking fat and over, like a fucking morbidly obese person. Of course I expect you to bump into me. I'll even move out of the way. And if that offends you, it's because I don't want you to bump into me. Yeah, I'll make a path. I don't like to fucking scrunch my leg in, anticipating that they're going to walk past me, and then they bump into me anyway. It's like, fuck you, I was being nice. If I bump into somebody, I usually apologize, because I don't like doing that. Nobody likes being bumped into when they're just sitting there minding their own fucking business. Anyway, I was looking forward to this episode. I should do this more often. I might start doing it twice a week. I might start having guests on this fucking thing. I wanted to do it in a room. I wanted to build a podcast studio instead of just doing it in my living room or fucking whatever. There'd be less of an echo. You shouldn't have an echo. I do an accent sometimes and it bugs people. It bugs me, to be honest. When I do that Italian accent, it kind of does bug me. And, fuck it, I'll just talk about that. So I do this thing on stage called sounding like a different person. I sound like an Italian, like Sebastian Maniscalco, and people call me on it pretty much all the time. So I'm trying to decide if I should focus on, like, removing that. I don't really care, though. I do it because it's fun. I don't try to sound like anyone. I don't try to sound like Sebastian. I just do it. Whenever I'm angry, whenever I'm being theatrical or doing comedy, it comes. I will slip into this Italian gangster type, mafioso. Name your fucking, famous example of a character that sounds like that. And I can't do it on purpose. Like, I could do it whenever I want, I guess, but I don't ever plan on it. It's never a conscious thing. I only do it when I'm, like, leaning into, like, a punchline, when I'm trying to hit a punchline. I don't fucking do it on... So it pisses me. So it's fucking a fucking problem, is what I'm trying to say. It's like a nervous... It's not a nervous tick. It's like a tick. It's like Tourette's. I have Tourette's for being a hack comedian, for sounding like Sebastian. And I'm doing it right now. And it's fine, but like you gotta pick. Is that gonna be what I do all the time for the rest of my life? Am I just always gonna sound like a fucking Italian guy? Or am I gonna sound like I am right now, which is boring? Because there is a reason I do it, and it's because it's fun, and it does usually work. Like if it didn't get a laugh, I probably wouldn't do it. And I'm doing it right now. It's like The Godfather. But especially now that I'm conscious of it, it is starting to bug me. So maybe I should just actually listen to people who tell me not to do it. Because I do think about this, and it'll never go away completely. Because if I'm trying to be funny, like it just happens. I do voices. But now that I don't like it when I do it, just like on this podcast when it slipped out, it kind of bugs me. But it's a conundrum. It's something I'm going to be wrestling with for the rest of hopefully not the rest of my life. Hopefully I decide not to give. You know what? I think I should just not give a fuck. But a few people in the past week sat me down and said, "Hey man, I think you're funny, but you gotta stop with the Italian accent because it's not you. It's like unoriginal. You don't have to do it. You're funny without it. So just don't do it." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna listen to you. Obviously, like I didn't ask. I didn't ask for advice, so I'm not just gonna take random advice that I'm not looking for. Like I know kind of what I'm doing up there. I know what works, and that's one of the things that slowly started happening as I got more confident on stage. I started doing things with my voice, and it got embedded into my delivery system. So now it's very hard to stop doing. So if somebody just tells me to stop doing it, of course it's not like I could do that. I'm not just gonna be like, "Okay, thank you for the advice. I'll stop doing something I've been doing for 5 years." Yeah, that's easy to do. And also I disagree with you. I don't think it's a bad stylistic choice. It's just something that developed. Same with Sebastian, the guy I'm talking about. He probably didn't always sound like that his whole life before he did stand. I don't think he went up there and did the fucking accent that he does and the way he does it. I'm sure that took time to develop for him. So if somebody, like, you think he's gonna fucking stop doing, I don't know. I sound similar to him, not that much like. I think I sound more like Andrew Dice Clay when I'm delivering jokes, but also I sound like myself. I'm not channeling anybody. I don't know, maybe I am subconsciously. But anyway, the point is, I think what I discovered from just this conversation to myself is to just not give a fuck and just keep going. Just keep focusing on writing funny jokes and don't worry about the delivery. I already it just takes practice, and you can't give a fuck about you just know if you're getting good at it the longer you do. All it takes is experience, and there's no like hard rule. I don't know, like I could practice off stage, and off stage I still do a dumb accent when I'm rehearsing jokes. I have even dumber accents that I don't do that I kind of want to do sometimes. I like doing accents, and I think that's just something I have to accept and be comfortable with and love. I have to learn to be who I am. I love, what is it, fucking, to do yourself or something, to do you. I don't fucking know. But I gotta just accept that I do accents and not to let other people's opinions get into my head because it's stifling and I don't need it. I already know what my weaknesses are as a open mic comic. And since I am an open mic comic. Who gives a fuck? I don't know. I know I could be better. I know that I have potential to be not an open micer forever. And it's disappointing to see somebody not reach their full potential. So I kind of want, for other people, like when I watch other comedians not do that great, I go, well, I know they could be better if they just, whatever. So I just, it's in this, I live in a comedy scene that is really high quality in terms of standards for, like, you're not going to be the funniest person in Austin unless you're one in a, like, there's not that, there's a lot of funny people here that could smoke a room, and so it's competitive, and a lot of people came here from LA, few from New York, I don't know, not that many from New York, but from all over the fucking country. So it is a high bar, and a lot of people will disagree with that and say that there's not that many funny comics here, and they just ain't looking hard enough, and they're just focusing on the ones that suck, which there's an abundance of, but there's also some really good ones. So there is a high bar for what it takes to kill in Texas, in Central Texas, whatever. Like, because Texas is a tough place. So to do well here, you got to have tough, to the point jokes without wasting the audience's time. There's a lot of paying customers that will pay $30 a ticket for comedy, and they want to get their money's worth. So yeah, I did the heckle mic again tonight. I didn't want to very much, but I don't have who gives a fuck? I did it, but it always humbles me. It always, because I'm not a roast comic, so I just stood up there and took all the fucking heckles without saying anything back, because I didn't have anything to say back. I was like, I fucking was just like I was like, yeah, didn't even flinch a muscle at the shit that they were saying. They're just like, you're short. Yeah. I just stood there. It's like, yeah. And but at the beginning of the set, I actually tried to do jokes, and I actually did some jokes that kind of worked, whatever. And that's a great testing ground to see if you're actually funny, to see if your jokes actually hold water. If you could get them out at a heckle mic, they're probably pretty fucking good, So I like the ruthlessness of it. I love that it humbles me and teaches me how to get stronger. Because comedy is a very humbling art, and I'm not feeling that funny at the moment. My brain is still damaged from COVID and affluence and political turmoil of people not liking me, knowing that I can't please everybody. Like, somebody asked me when they were giving me advice, they were like, don't you want everybody to love you? And I was like, are you fucking serious? Like, I couldn't believe another comic asked me that. That, like, you're a comic and you think that it's possible, like, you're trying to get everybody. I don't think he meant it literally. I mean, I'm not going to try to take everything literally, but man, is that the most backwards thing to ask me. No, I'm not trying to get everyone to love me. That's not why. I prefer only a few people to like me, and the rest can suck a dick. I mean, they could eat a whole fucking dick. I like it when only a few people like me and the rest don't. Because I go, yeah, I got these people, so you guys are fucking idiots. And it's kind of fun to feel superior to people, like, because at the same time, you got validation, so you're doing something right. All it takes is one person to laugh at the thing that I like for me to be like, okay, so I know that I'm doing something right. So these other people, well, I don't give a fuck about them. So it encourages me to keep going. And then by actually being confident, you might actually get other people to start getting it and laughing. because you don't give a. You have to fucking be ruthless and like truly not give a fuck as a comic. You can't show weakness. You can't show the fear of like, I guess I'm not pleasing the crowd. I don't know. And I forgot how to do that, especially when I get stoned before I go up. That's like the dumbest thing to do. Because I need to smoke weed. I need to get back on THC because my sleep quality is garbage without it. I just need to use it as medicine. At the end of the night when I go to bed to sleep and not have dreams, wake up refreshed. Other than that, I have no interest in being on that shit because the high takes away my anger. And it's not like I have violent anger. I have resentment. I have anger for sure. I get fucking pissed off at people all the time, but that's good for comedy. It's better to be pissed off than like afraid of everybody like judging you. I don't give you can't give a fuck about people judging you if you're trying to make them laugh. It's not a fucking... Yeah, so I do better when I don't give a fuck and when I'm a little bit angry. I focus better when I'm angry. So I made the mistake of, smoking weed. And now I'm like so like like I had my ass eaten. Like I'm pissed off at myself for sucking at comedy, which I often do. I suck at it. I think I have OCD from these meds that I'm on. I'm on like these seizure meds. I think I have like OCD symptoms that are causing me to get very like angry at myself and like to give up on shit if it's not perfect. Like I'm really bad at maintaining momentum of confidence. And I've talked about this before on this podcast, and it's not a good look. But it's something, it's not a bad look to be that. It's at least, Anyway, let's keep going. So somebody gave me advice about not sounding like Sebastian, and I was like, yeah, I already talked about that. You should not let... What I'm really pissed about is like somebody... It doesn't matter, but the point, what I got out of it is like you shouldn't let women control you. That sounds like a simple that sounds like the most cliche thing. But I'm sick of seeing men with good hearts treated poorly. So I'm on team man. This is now a manosphere pod. This is going to be one of the tags. Men's rights. Fuck women is going to be a tag. I don't know. I don't hate women, but some of them are vicious, and it's a divisive world we live in. Women, it's a tribal thing. Women pick sides, and they always go against the man, and they have their friends that are conniving. Not all of them, just some of them, and it's a very small minority of women that try to like fuck with men and hurt them and like diminish them and control them over arbitrary things that aren't even good for them to control. Like if it's about improvement, I don't know, man. Maybe it is a good thing to let a woman fuck with you if it's to make you a better person. Like let her punish you or something like that. But actually, there's not if it's a toxic. I don't know. I'm trying not to get whatever. This podcast is seen by some pretty important people. It's a free podcast that anyone could just listen to. So that's why I'm being because this podcast is meant for me to be talk shit on about people that I dislike, but not by name. Like I'm doing it in a vague way so that it can't lead to legal action. Doesn't mean I'm a pussy. I mean, it's not about being a pussy. It's about not wanting to get sued. Because somebody sues me for that shit. They could make a shitload of money. Nah, I have a Napoleon complex because I'm short, and so that means I compensate for it by getting angry at society, people that brush up against me, people that treat me like a small person. And I compensate for it by lying about my net worth. Like I pretend that I have a lot of money and influence and power. I do that even though it's bullshit. Yeah. So that's why I'm kidding. I don't actually have a lot of money. I'm cash poor. I'm going to run out of money soon. I'm going to have to sell off some assets to keep going. Hey, I got nothing to hide here. But, so, that's part of the reason that I take the side of men so much is because, first of all, I'm a man. And second of all, because women hate short guys. They love to hate on short guys, and it's enough to not fuck us and marry us or whatever and date us. But on top of it, to add insult to injury, they actually take glee and pride. Like they actually advertise proudly that they're not into short men. Like they joke about it. So I guess that's one of the reasons that I am kind of on team man, and that this is a manosphere centric podcast where we gotta take men are going through it. Like Johnny Depp is winning. He's changing the public perception, hopefully, because it's becoming more general. It's becoming more mainstream to realize that women, some of them suck, and that not all men suck. Yeah, it's really become like a zeitgeist of a movement to slander men as a whole. And there's no word for it. You can't call it sexism. That's for women. It's andronism or some bullshit. I don't know. Misandry. I think that's it. Misandry. Who gives a fuck about that? That doesn't have a sexy tone. The keyword, as much as sexism or misogyny, that just rubs you a different way when you hear the word misogyny. Misandry? What is that? Sounds who the fuck cares? Yeah, so men do get painted with a broad brush as being shitheads. And it's easy to do because we look like shitheads. We're uglier. We have deep, monstrous voices that we could easily look like a threat. We have meaner looking faces. We're just more mean looking we're fucking vile compared to women. But, some women are vile too physically. But then there's these ones that masquerade as pleasant people. Women I'm talking about, not men. That they wear a mask that is misleading, and they manipulate people into thinking that they're nice, pleasant, non-mentally ill people. And that's one of the asymmetries of the world that is unfair, and it's not unfair, but it's just deceptive. You gotta watch out for it. Like this Amber Heard, these Amber Heards, not just but the many people that are like her that masquerade as victims when meanwhile they are the perpetrators of abuse. That's what I'm trying to illuminate and help people for, because I like to help people. I don't like to help women. It's just not what I'm about. I'm sorry. I would if I could help them, but I can't. I don't. They don't need my. They're not looking for my. Maybe I could. Maybe I could be like Kevin Samuels, but look what happened with him. Everyone thinks he's an ass. Not everyone, but the mainstream opinion of him is that he was a sexist, when in actuality, he was a savior. He was trying to help women and help them find happiness by getting rid of their delusional, narcissist, brainwashed opinions. He was helping them actually find happiness by telling them that, no, you could date somebody if you wanted to. you just got to lower your expectations and like stop looking at the shallow things that are not that important to running a family. Yeah, nah, like if you want a family, you don't need a man that has all the flashy status symbols. You just need one that's loyal and actually a good man, which there's plenty of. Those are easy to. There's plenty of those. You just gotta. If you want a good family, that's one way to get it. That's probably the. It's just that they're distracted by this glitz and glamour of they want to live in a fairy tale and they want the best man that exists when that man is not going to give you usually like a high value, a dude that looks the way you want him to look. Well, he's already got plenty of good looking pussy to fuck him, and he if he has family values, he already has a fucking family. He's not going to want to be with somebody that's a single mother, not that attractive, that isn't submissive, that's going to break his balls. So that's all that Kevin's, in a nutshell, that's all Kevin Samuels was doing, was pointing out that asymmetry in women's perception. And, that's it. It's like, this is a very serious episode. Like, I'm a serious person. Fuck comedy. I'm not good at it. I'm good at it in small flashes, whatever. This is not the time for me to try to make people laugh. This is the time for me to make people think and to therapize, to give people treatment for whatever they're going through. Not medical, just as a friend, as somebody, as an influencer. I am an influencer. So yeah, that's what I'm going to be, just a podcaster and a serious talker. And because my comedy, I do have some ability, I do have some comedy, and it comes out sometimes as very vicious and bad-minded, and I don't know. I don't know if I like doing that anymore. I don't know if I like doing something that looks like hate speech, and then having to like deal with the consequences of that, because a lot of what I do is technically hate speech. Did I talk about this? Yeah, like if it looks like a duck. I don't fucking do hate speech. It just like sometimes I feel like that's what people are getting out of it. And because I have dark jokes that borderline, pretty much are hate speech. If you get down to it, if it wasn't for the fact that I was trying to be funny, then it is hate speech. So anyway, but I don't give a fuck. I don't care though, because it's fun. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop doing what I like. I'm not going to start doing clean jokes. Anyway, so I told somebody that they got to launder their money, and they were like, "Oh, do you launder your money?" And I was like, "No, I'm legit. I just watch a lot of TV." Yeah, no, I just know from watching TV that you got to launder your fucking money, dude. You're doing something that you will get in trouble for unless you launder your money. That doesn't mean I'm a fucking criminal. I don't know. Show business is like the mafia, and this podcast is so about, it is mostly focused on comedy and self-improvement. Gay people, I don't talk about gay people. It's not about LGBT. It's about self-improvement and comedy, which I'm not in show business, but that doesn't mean I don't know a little bit about it from hanging around with other, people that are kind of in show business, It's very much like the mafia. There's all these backroom deals happening where people are like getting opportunities and losing opportunities behind the scenes. You don't really ever see somebody get their big break on TV. Like, there's none of those fucking star search or talent shows. That's bullshit. The real showbiz happens behind the scenes when somebody actually becomes somebody. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I know that they definitely get canceled off stage. I don't fucking know. I don't need to go. But there's always drama. Like I don't think there's any people successful in show business that don't have a lot of people that they can't work with because of some bullshit drama that happened, whether it was true or not, that they complain about and that ruins that they hate, that they just are struggling to deal with. Every fucking person in show business is like, fuck, I can't believe that motherfucker won't let me work in his fucking club, that fucking bitch. I don't know, I've met enough people of a sample size where I have an idea of like how there's no such thing as being in the business and not having any scandals, like any drama, anything. There's no such thing as no drama, as somebody that is pure and innocent, and like that's just how it is. It's a fucking gross game. And I'm the type of person that just comes out of the woodwork and finds somebody to suck the dick around and be like a satellite comic and like, okay, I'm going to be this guy's best friend. I will always be on call in case he needs me for anything, to bury a body, whatever. I'll be accessory to anything. I'll help him launder money. Yeah. I'm that type of person. I'm a sycophant. I will lie to their fucking face. I will tell them that they killed even when they bombed, just to be in their inner circle so that I could get benefits of being in their fucking circle. So I could be like, make a name for myself by knowing somebody. That is another thing that happens, and that's how people get opportunities. They suck people's dick, lie to their face. It's called being a sycophant, and I'm not really that. I only do it with people. I am that, but only to people that I find immensely talented in the way that I actually admire. And that's few and far between, motherfucker. It's few and far between, and then the ones that do it, yeah, I give them whatever I can. I'll hang out with them anytime they need me. And but I'm not greedy. I don't have a goal of like, okay, if I keep being this guy's friend, my eventual goal is to meet this other person, like, use them as a fucking stepping stone to get to somebody more famous and work my way up the social ladder. I don't have that much of a goal in mind. I just do a more steady approach of just like, okay, I just want to be around this guy because sure, yeah, it could lead to helping me, but even if it doesn't, it's like, at least I'm hanging around with somebody cool. And yeah, so I guess it's not really that bad if it doesn't lead to anything. And I feel gross using people, so I don't really want to do that. And I'm not. I am not a fucking bad. I'm not an evil. I'm not a toxic. I don't do that. I just know that it's possible and that other people do. And I don't believe in myself, so I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't ask for shit from them. I wouldn't be like, hey, can you introduce me? Oh, yeah, dude, can you send me, dude, he could get me on this fucking show. Maybe if I believed in myself, but since I'm a podcaster, all I want from them, if anything, is to get on their podcast. That's it. Just to do more podcasts, man. And somebody asked me if I was an Austin comic. I was hanging out. They said, I was like, no, Chicago. I'm from Chicago. They said, oh, so you're just visiting. Because I was in Austin at the time. I was a comic in Austin. So they assume, oh, so you're just visiting then. I was like, no, well, no, I live here. I don't want you. I'm not an Austin comic, though. I haven't been here long enough to identify as an Austin comic. I've been here almost a year and own my own fucking house. I have 2 cars registered here, but I don't want to be known as an Austin comic. That is a stigmatized, gross thing to be called. I don't want to be like the phrase Austin comic just doesn't have a satisfying ring to it that sounds like something I want to be. Chicago comic, that's cool. That carries more cachet because it's a cooler city than Austin. I'm sorry to say that. It fucking is. Like, there's so many things I fucking can't stand. Austin has some things that I fucking hate. And you can't get away from it. If you're in the fucking city, you're going to experience things that are unpleasant. Like people on scooters and like riding scooters down the sidewalk at full speed, expecting you to just get out of the way as a pedestrian. It's like, that ain't how that works. If you're on a sidewalk, that's for pedestrians. We have right of way. I don't know if you know that. The people on scooters are the most entitled fucking scumbags, and they expect you to just jump out of the way. Oh, there's a scooter coming. I better get out of the way. It's like, no, you have to go around, fuckhead. So that pisses me off to the extent of like, yeah, like, hopefully, like, I'm just glad that some of them get hit by cars. I'll just say, I'm just glad that it gets evened out by the number of injuries that are pretty common to have on those scooters. They deserve it. Fucking. So yeah, Austin deserves the hate. It deserves all of the criticism it gets. Chicago is a cooler city. And I don't know. I'm fine here though. I live outside of Austin in a nice quiet neighborhood, so it's not like I'm ready to bail on it. I've only been here less than a year. I could make it easily another year, and I have to scrape up every last possibility I can from Texas before I even think about leaving here. I have barely scratched the surface. And there's other clubs opening up, and I'm a podcaster. This is a great podcasting city, so I'm gonna plan to stay for at least one more year. Anyway, so I'm not an Austin comic. I'm an Austin podcaster. I'm a Texan podcast. Fuck it. Who cares about labels? So I've only not remembered one person since doing stand-up, like, that I've met, and like I forgot that I met them. But in Austin, it happens to me all the time where somebody will not remember meeting me, and that kind of bugs me, I guess, but it happens. But like, I've met people like 3 or 4 times, and they don't remember me, and it's, whatever. I met a comic that I don't, speaking of that similar, I met a comic that I don't like because I've seen him on stage, and I just don't like what he does. And he asked if I was a comic, so we started talking, and I told him I've seen him around a lot, but I've never introduced myself. And he was like, "Oh, well, I've never seen you before," in like a fucking, in a way that was like obnoxious. Like, "Oh, well, I'm better than you. I've never seen you before." It's like, yeah, I just took it, but like, I was in a good mood. But the honest reason he hasn't seen me is because I usually fucking leave the room whenever he's on stage. Like, I avoid him. I avoid this guy because I don't like him. All I needed to know is that he's a douchebag. Like, he's just a shitty. He does jokes that I think are fucking annoying, and yeah. So, and what a fucking surprise that he's also a douchebag. So I was right I didn't prejudge you. That same night, I was in a circle with a bunch of professional comics, like real headliners, national, and a powerful booker, like very, very important people in this group. And I'm not gonna drop their names, but the point is that I was in the circle. I was allowed to stand next to them, and I knew my place in the circle. I didn't say a fucking word. None of them said anything to me, and that's why I didn't say anything. You're not supposed to, like, I know what I'm doing. I know that I am not allowed to talk. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that. I guess I'm just saying that to show that, like, there's professionals that are nice to me more than there's, like, nicer than these amateurs that just, like, say condescending shit. Yeah. I'm tired of hanging around open micers all the time, man. Like, I got to hang out with a non-open micer today, and I savored every fucking minute of it. God damn it. I was starving for that. Because before I moved here, I paid my dues in Chicago, kind of. So I got to hang out with the cool comics. It took many years for me to be invited to hang out with real comics, the top of the heap, the ones that actually are getting somewhere and open, they open for famous comics like Louis C.K., Doug Stanhope, Sebastian. I knew all those motherfuckers, the ones that opened for them, not them, the ones that opened for them. Never met any of those guys. Never met Stanhope. Definitely never met Louis. Definitely never met Sebastian. And then I fucking moved away. So I had to start from scratch, and now I'm lucky to hang out with somebody that 3 months in with autism that doesn't know how to say anything funny, and they barely even treat me like I'm funnier than them because they're delusional and they don't know that I'm like better than them. Whatever, I'm not that much better than them, to be honest, because I'm going through like a long self-doubt period of like bombing and period of like not being that funny and having like a problem with my brain not firing correctly. So it was very fun to hang out with a real comedian in a way that was, he's somebody that I actually like and get along with. And he knows how to talk shit. He's a professional at talking shit. And I want to do his podcast, and I want to have him on this one. Anyway, because no one knows how to talk shit. So, because I am looking for, like, real friends. That's something I've never really had. I've had it maybe as a kid. Never as an adult. I haven't had any real friends that I could count on, and that actually make me feel good when I hang out with them and when I need to hang out with them in a way that, like, if I'm going through something, like if I'm down in the fucking dumps, like I just bombed or something on a show, somebody that I could actually like hang out with and they will make me feel better about it. Yeah, haven't had that in, I don't know, in a long time. So I guess I had one of those in Chicago. He would just lie to my face. He would be like, "Nah, man, fuck those people. Fuck, you're right. You're right to yell at them and say a bunch of crazy shit and start a fight with them all. You're fuck those people. Yeah, I would have had your back." Yeah, I did have somebody like that in Chicago, actually. So I guess I shouldn't take it for, yeah, but I need that. I need more of that now. I want more sustaining, deep friendships that I could actually, feel better after hanging out with them, not just feel like, what the fuck did I hang out with that guy for? It's like an abusive relationship. Why am I like keep going back to hanging out with this guy who makes me feel like I just got used? And like he was just using me for a ride. It's like, okay, I don't actually enjoy his presence. Why do I keep going back like a wounded like somebody just to get going back to like a toxic girlfriend who is just gonna make it feel shit. I don't know. I don't get it. I'm getting nothing out of it. And I guess the reason people do that is because it's better than being alone. That's it. And that's a trope. That's a common thing. Is like, well, I don't want to be alone. I'm fearful. That's worse than, I guess, being with people that make you feel like shit. I guess. Is that really how that works? Nah. Being alone is pretty bad. It's awful. Like just being alone with your thoughts and just waking up and like just be, well, another day where I have nothing to do with nobody. So I guess I'll hang out with somebody that I know I fucking hate. And then you do it and you get back, and then a couple days go, or however long, you just realize you got kicked in the gut. It's like, no, wow. I don't know why. I guess that was not a good idea to hang out with that person, but I was alone, so I did it. Yeah, so I'm working hard to make some real friends, and because I am a loyal friend. I have other people's back. If they're really somebody I care about and friendly, we have things in common, and there's a simpatico, because it's not about doing favors. That's not what a friendship is. It's not like, oh, you hung out with me for 3 hours when I was going through a fucking horrible crisis. I'll pay you $50, or I'll give you a bunch of free weed or something. It's like, no, you don't have to give me, you don't have to pay me because I hung out with you. That's like, just knowing that I helped you get through something is all the reward I need, because my time is not valuable when it's to hang out with somebody I like. If you do the same for me, that's all it takes for it to be mutual and a real friendship. If you're both gonna, prioritize the other person when they need help. I'm loyal like that. If you cross me and do something that shows that you're disloyal, then yeah, I'm going to fucking cut tie. It's going to drop in a second, in a heartbeat. I get, not really, no, not in a heartbeat. You have to keep showing. It takes me a long time to write somebody off. In fact, that's why I keep going back to hanging out with people that don't do anything pleasant for me, that don't make me feel good. Is because I keep giving them chances. I am so fucking patient when it comes to giving people chances to be my friend, to be, redeeming if they do something wrong. Or not even if it's not about doing something wrong, it's just if they're not somebody that I like. I keep going, well, maybe this time he'll be somebody I like. And it's like, it's just not how it fucking works. So the ones that I do like, yeah, I will be loyal to. And men don't have a strong support system as women. A woman, when they're in crisis, they could just be like, hey, I'm in crisis. Send me a DM. And then they'll get 50 DMs. By men and women, because women are just more prone to help other women for emotional reasons. They're more sympathetic, they're more empathetic, they're more emotionally available to do that. So men will hit them up too, just obviously to fuck them. But some of them, even the men, there's a minority of them that will actually just listen. Because they're simps. They want fuck. They want a sex. They want a fuck. But they are so nice and caring that they'll just do anything just to talk to a woman. That is more exciting than whatever they were doing before, jerking off to anime. So women definitely have it easier. When a man is in crisis, they can't just go on social media and go, hey, I need some help. Send me a DM. They'll get 2. Their grandma, one of the, maybe somebody will send them a DM saying, hey, I'm sorry to hear they're going through shit. What's going on? And then that's it, though. Then they'll be like, oh, man, I just broke up. They're like, oh, man, I've been broken up with. I don't know. It's just, you don't get as much out of it helping a man in crisis. And I don't either. I'm not saying I have like a lust. I don't have like a fetish for helping other men get through emotional. But I guess I kind of do. I guess I kind of do have that. I guess I am kind of an empath, and I could see very easily from other. I have that a bit. I'm kind of above average at understanding people's pain and knowing what not to say to make it worse, and like being like, oh man, yeah, I get where you're going. Like I know how to say the right things, and I also know how to listen when I want to. Sometimes I get bored of like, okay, I wasn't listening there. But when I am listening, I actually do. Usually, I'm pretty good at knowing what to say to make people feel better. Whatever, I'm a therapist. So I saw Ari Shaffir earlier tonight, at Creek in the Cave. They let me in. They let they let comics in to watch. Otherwise, it was like a $20. Who cares? I like to get into shows sometimes for comics because I like Ari Shaffir. I love Ari Shaffir. He was one of my. I've been a fan of him for 15 years, at least 15 years. And so I got to see him do a whole fucking hour, or more than an hour. It felt like 2 hours. It felt like an hour and a half of working out his new special, whatever, his new hour it's called Jew. And it was all about being a Jew. And it was very interesting. And I won't spoil any of his material. Whatever. He did one bit about how every Jew has the same genetics, so they all look the same and they all age the same. Like they all have Jew pattern baldness. And he showed that he has like a little bald patch, and like it made me laugh. That was the funniest thing to me that he did, because I have a dad that's Jewish and he has the exact same bald spot as Art, the same like fucking widow's like lack of hair pattern. It is, so that was great. And you gotta play the high road. That's what people say. They say you gotta play the high road. Like if somebody's fucking with you, if a bunch of people like talking shit behind your back and like making up rumors and like hurting your career by, talking to your people that work with you and getting them to cancel your shows or whatever, for example. Why you shouldn't stoop to their level. Like these people are losers. There's a reason that they're trying to do that and they have nothing else going on. It's because they're fucking losers. Winners don't go around trying to hurt other people's careers. They don't have the time. They're busy doing real shit. So if you're fucking funny and talented and that's happening to you, yeah, you don't have to put them on blast. I mean, it's not going to do anything. Just fucking keep going. Deny it, obviously. If somebody asks, like, was that true? Obviously, you're going to deny it. But if you just start talking shit, you're just going to look like you kind of deserved it. If you just start going like, oh, yeah, fuck that person, that fucking cunt, cocksucker, asshole, piece of shit, garbage, that fucking crazy bitch. If you just start doing that, yeah, the people are going to be like, okay, maybe he is kind of a dick. But if you just go, yeah, that's not true. Yeah, that person doesn't like me. Yeah, no, that person is not very credible. And then if that's all you say, they'll have to use real evidence, because they'll actually have to decide, well, okay, maybe like if you prove otherwise that you're not a bad person by being a good person, that'll start to, hopefully, people will look past it and be like, okay, maybe that is just fucking rumors. Maybe it is just because you're talented and other people get jealous of talent, of real funny comedians. They do. So it's better to, in my opinion, it is better to play the high road and not, Trump does it though, and he's doing well. So maybe I'm wrong. Because Trump, when he talked shit about Rosie O'Donnell, that was one of the funniest things I ever saw in my life. That I was like fully on board when that happened. I was like, holy shit, I can't believe you could just, I didn't know you could just do that. I didn't know celebrities could just talk shit about other celebrities and dress them down and like act like they shouldn't even be celebrities. I thought that was really cool and groundbreaking. So maybe it's a more nuanced thing than I thought. Because Rosie O'Donnell, I thought celebrities were just all equal. I thought like you couldn't like just try to be like, I thought they were all in the same club and they all liked each other. So like I guess when I saw him, like, oh yeah, she talks like a truck driver. I don't know. I thought it was illuminating. So I guess maybe it's more nuanced than I thought to talk shit. Maybe it is good to put people on blast when they talk shit about, hey, what do I know? I'm not in showbiz. I'm a podcaster. Timmy Gusto. That's my name. I got to commit to it. It's my new stage name. Do I like it yet? No. I don't like hearing it. Whenever people announce it, like your next comic is Timmy Gusto, I don't like it. It's just not, it's too annoying. But I got to commit to it because I already changed my stage name too many times where I can't keep changing it. So that's it. I'm committed to it. I created an Instagram account and I just have to learn to like it because I'm the one who chose it after all. And it doesn't matter if I like it or not. Like I just have to fucking own it. Timmy G. So I did Kill Tony again for the second time in my life. Wow, I'm just so like tired right now. I'm usually more energetic. I don't know what it is. I guess, yeah. So I did Kill Tony. I'm a long hauler. Fucking COVID got me in the head. I used to think it was just a fucking flu. Yeah, nah. Definitely has some long-term effects, I think. And whenever I smoke weed, it always like comes, I always get like super paranoid. It's like, oh shit. And I just feel like I'm underperforming mentally and cognitively. And whatever, just an off night. Who cares? I'll do another one very soon. I'll do another episode. Maybe, who cares? Whatever. Just got to keep trucking along, baby. So anyway, I did Kill Tony last Monday. This is going out on Monday, the 30th of May, 2022. We are in the 20s. And I wasn't thinking I would get up, but I did. I signed up as Timmy Gusto, so that's another thing that I commit. That's another reason that I have to commit to it, is because I already used a different fucking stage name, and like I can't keep changing my name. That will get me in trouble, and I don't want to. So I am set in stone as Timmy Gusto, because I did Kill Tony, and it was a fun experience. I really wasn't expecting to get up. I just was going to go, but I had a set prepared. I rehearsed it a lot more than I did last time, and I did okay during the set. I didn't end strong, which sucks. I didn't finish getting to the end of the second joke, but whatever, you try, you swing and a miss. And it was fun. I don't really know if I should really talk about everything that happened. I did a bit at the end, and Ari Shaffir was the guest. So I was able to, and Chris DiStefano was the guest. Two guests that are pretty well known. So it was very exciting to go up on stage with Ari Shafir right there, just like fucking 2 feet away from me, as I was confident, trying to do my best to confidently deliver these 2 jokes. And I did okay. I was looking at him, I was looking all over the place. And I was like, I could catch that he was kind of smiling a little bit. And I did the interview, and I kept doing my Italian accent. They kept telling me I looked sound like Sebastian. I was like, and I couldn't stop. I was like, yeah, I know, yeah. They're like, do you like Austin? I was like, yeah, it's all right. And like, it was okay. So that's about it. I'm just waiting for it to come out, and hopefully I get a few. Hopefully it does. I don't know, man. I just want to get shows. I want to get booked for shows where I could actually, do comedy, not just do open mics. Like, I want to have a reason to develop better bits, because I don't hate that, actually. I'm starting to, like, rehearse bits at home into my camera. I just sit right here. I do the joke over and over, and then I realize new tags. I write them down, and I go, oh, shit, I just thought of a new tag without an audience even there. And then I try to memorize it. And that's very important, I think, to memorize it before you even do it on stage, because I don't have to fucking look at my notes. It's fucking horrible. I've been such a lazy, unprofessional amateur for the past 9 years, and it's starting to reach the point where maybe I should try to actually build bits that are funny, that work, that are tested, tried and true, and long, like 2-minute long. I want long bits. I don't want to have to remember a 20 joke set list because they're all different jokes. No, I just want to go up there with maybe 5 topics at the most that I have to remember, depending on the length of the set, where I could just go, okay, I only have to remember 5 topics because each topic is more than a minute to 2 minutes. It's not that fucking hard. It just takes work. It just takes time and effort. So I want more shows where I could actually get better at being a fucking. I'm hungry for that shit. So the Kill Tony set was fun. The interview was fun. It was very fun. They didn't say anything offensive to me. They just did short jokes and how I sounded like Italian, and I did some Jew jokes. I said I don't care about the religion, and then Tony was like, what do you think about that, Ari? And I said I had gold. Like, every Jew has gold, and like they asked Ari if that was true. He was like, I'm not going to say. So he went along with it because he's a very professional comedian. He yes-anded it. And then I took out a ingot of gold. I planned this out for many weeks. I planned this out. I was like, okay, the last episode, they asked me how much money I have, because I kind of talked about Doge and everything, and like how I have. So they're like, are you a millionaire? Blah, blah. So I was like, okay, I'm going to continue the joke that I am supposedly wealthy. So I was like, I got gold on me, not that much. I don't walk around with that much. So I just took it out of my fucking pocket at the very end of the interview. I was like, yeah, here it is. I just dropped it on the table. Clunk. That was the joke. Just like, yeah, it's just pocket change. They were like, how much is that? I was like, it's 10 grand worth, nothing. You could keep. I don't need it. Just pocket change. So they were like, so that was kind of funny, I guess. And then one of the band members was like, here, let me see. And then he just put it right in his pocket. And that was already the end of the interview. I was pretty much getting off stage. So I just let him fucking keep it for the rest of the show. I just got off stage like, yeah, fuck it. I don't care. I don't need it. I'm rich. That's the joke I'm going, just to be theatrical. It would be very uncouth to just be like, yeah, can I get that back, actually? Like, I didn't think I could do that in a funny way, because never mind, I actually kind of need that. I'm serious. I thought that would break the comedy or whatever to be like, no, I actually need that. So I left it up there for the whole show, not knowing if I would get it back. And it was at least another 30 minutes of me waiting for the show to end. And so, they did some references to the fact that I brought gold, and it was definitely, I don't regret it as a bit. I regret it for what it might do to my life. For me, advertising the fact that I have gold is probably the stupidest thing I've done in a long time, publicly. So is it worth it? Well, I don't know. But I like doing high-risk stunts like that. Not even jokes. That's not even really a joke. It's funny, I guess. Like, hey, clean my go. Clunk. And then they're like biting on it to see if it's real. That's more of like a stunt than a joke. But I do that. Hey, sorry. I like doing that. I like doing things that are high risk, high stakes, and that could get me in trouble. And so I did get the gold back to end the open-ended thing. I did get it back. I waited till the end of the show, and immediately afterwards, people were like, yo, you're going to get your gold? You better fucking go up there. I was like, yeah, okay. So I just fought through the crowd. I went right up to the stage as they were getting off stage, the band and the red band and everyone. And I was like, hey, man, can I get that back? And he was like, yeah, like he was bummed out that I was asking for it back. I was like, you could play with it for a little bit, but yeah, he was like, yeah, you'll get it back. And he gave it back. He was cool about it. But I guess I felt bad that I actually, that I made him think that I didn't actually need it, because I think he really wanted that gold, and I don't blame him. I mean, who would not want a free chunk of gold? So whatever, it worked out. But I don't know if it worked out because it still hasn't come out yet. And so I got the secret show. I got to do the secret show again, this Death Squad, the one that Brian Redband produces and books. He invited me back after doing Kill Tony. So that was amazing. I felt very on top of the world after getting off stage, just like I did the first time, because this, it felt like even better than the first time, because I did slightly better in the set, and the interview just felt so like fucking fun. I was just so happy to get to do it again. So I was on top of the world for the rest of the night, and so I did the secret show the following Thursday, just, I don't know, 2-3 days ago. I did 10 minutes this time instead of 5. I was in a better mood. I was more ready to do 10 minutes. I rehearsed. I had my set list planned out. I went dead last. I had to close the show. And there was no host, so I had to tell people that the show was over. I had to be like, okay, that was it. Did you guys have fun? Okay, pay your bar tabs, tip your bar, get home safe, everybody. And I guess I did fine. And I did my time. I went overtime. I did about 11 minutes. I lost track of time because I was having fun. I actually played with the room. I didn't just do joke to joke. I fucking meandered in between in a way that was good, in a way that felt like me, my old self, having fun on stage and owning this, not being like a pussy, being afraid of performing in front of a real audience. I was just like, you know what? I could do this. I'm funny. I got it. People told me I did well on the recent, that night that I brought the fucking gold. Many more people came up to me afterwards saying that I did well, way more than I, could have hoped for. So I kind of used that confidence to be like, you know what, I guess I am funny. And that's sometimes all it takes for me to actually be funny, is just for me to believe it. Because you know what, I'm funny. I'll just fuck around, but yay! And I did the accent, and it went well. I kind of lost them a little bit when I did very racist, unfinished, kind of jokes that were very edgy and not completely fleshed out, but I kind of was being racist. So I guess I can't be too bummed out about it. But overall, very fun set. One of the most fun sets I've had in a fucking long time. Red Band, I don't think he definitely didn't see it. He left before that. But it was fun to hang out in the green room. That is the highlight. One of the highlights of working the club, working the Vulcan. You get to hang out in the green room all night if you want. If you're a performer, that's what it's for. So I hung out with Red Band. We talked. I was part of the conversation in a way where I felt like I wasn't just an outsider. They were welcoming me into the conversation. I talked to Hans Kim. He was there. He's very solid. He did a good set. And so I was just very, just like the first time I did it, only a month ago, I just really savored every minute of me being I just enjoy. It was just very rewarding. It's a payoff to what I've been working towards for 9 years. It's like I'm on a very cool show, one of the best shows, that you could be on. And I did well, and I got to meet, I got to hang out with cool people. And then I met the owner afterwards. After the show, I met the owner of the club. He was like, yo, dude, don't you ever bring gold to a comedy show. Don't you ever do that again. That is a stupid idea. He lectured me for 10 minutes. He's like, yo, I don't care how much money you have. It's not about that. I have more. I'm fucking rich. And I don't do that shit. And I was like, yeah, I know. It was a dumb bit. But anyway, so it was cool to meet the guy that owns the place, that works, that Joe Rogan plays all the time. And we talked for about, I don't know, a long time. It was just, that was part of the thing that's okay, so he knows who I am. So that's another, the gold bit, I guess, wasn't that bad of an idea because it gets people to know who I am. And I know that it's probably a bad thing too, but I'll just shoot them. If somebody tries to rob me, I'll just shoot them in the face and then deal with the consequences. So this has been episode. I just hope y'all are doing well, man. I'm doing okay. We all got struggles that we're trying to work through. I think COVID really fucked up people's ability to socialize. I just feel like people's interactions with each other is at a deficit. It's not just me being awkward. I think everybody's kind of a little bit awkward after that shit. We're becoming more distant from each other, and we're forgetting how to socialize and connect with people, and that's not a good thing. So anyway, I hope everyone's doing well in that regard. This has been episode 31 of the Tim Weichselbaum Show. I will see y'all next week.